Happy Resurrection Day, everyone who is listening to us. We are on the last day of Open Doors. This is Tipson from the Redeemed Church. When I sit here, I know one thing that I'm speaking about Jesus, who was risen from the dead. And while I was thinking about what to share today, I was reminded of what Jesus said first to Mary Magdalene and the other Mary. We read that in Matthew chapter 28, the entire story, when they came to see Jesus and the angel of God appeared and said, "He is risen. Go and tell his disciples that he is risen." But we read on Matthew chapter 28, verse 8, that they ran to say that good news, but they still had fear. And on the way, in Matthew chapter 28, verse 9, we read, "And they went to tell his disciples, behold, Jesus met them, saying, 'Rejoice.' So they came and held him by the feet and worshipped him." So this is the first thing Jesus saying to Mary Magdalene and the other Mary, that rejoice. There is a reason why Jesus is saying that. Whatever you are going through in your life, Jesus, who even took control over death, telling you and me rejoice, that means the biggest fear every human man is about death. We all say, all my problems will end up with death. Jesus said, even I have control over death, so rejoice. That's what God wants to tell each one of you today, that rejoice. You will be at your hardest time. You will be facing that problem in your life. You will be in that depression. But Jesus is saying, I have control over everything. If you put that burden into me, you can rejoice. Jesus never told you will not have problems. Jesus said you will have trials. But Jesus said one other thing, I have overcome that, so that you will have peace. You will have joy. So my brother, my sister, if you are in that situation today, depressed, saying, oh, everything is hard for me, I can't face tomorrow, what Jesus is saying is, I have overcome that. If you rely on to me, you will have peace. Let's look what Jesus said after that. In the verse we read after that, we see in verse 10, then Jesus said to them, do not be afraid. Go and tell my brethren to go to Galilee, and there they will see me. One other interesting thing that God was speaking me from that verse was Mary, the Magdalene, and the other Mary. God told them that you have to go tell the disciples. The interesting thing is, Jesus himself is telling to them to go tell his disciples. That means they should believe that in their heart that Jesus rose again, and confess with their mouth to disciples they saw Jesus. So there is two things happening. They are believing in their heart, and it's confessing with their mouth. That's all you need for salvation. So Mary the Magdalene and the other Mary are the people who saved first in New Testament. And one other thing, I want to talk to all women. We are in a society, many times people tell, you are a woman, sit down. But Jesus told that woman, go and tell his disciples this good news. This good news. So I invite all women as well. It's not just a woman's job or a man's job. It's all our duty. If you know Jesus, You have to tell everyone what you believe. Jesus died for you, He risen for you, and lives for you. And once again, happy Resurrection Day. And you have all your problems covered in Jesus. So rejoice.